Hey everyone, and welcome back to RandJReviews. I am Rob, and that is,
Joe?
and you are watching our review of Sisters, not the Amy Poehler and Tina Fey movie, but the Rebecca Mader and Lana Priya movie.
Boo. 1 out of 10. Boo. Boo.
Shut up. So, welcome to our long review of the latest episode. Joe, what'd you think of it?
I thought it kind of staggered for a little while, and I think at first it really didn't know what it wanted to do. But I think it found its footing, and by the end, I think it really came together. I thought it wrapped up in a very effective way. I thought it was a pretty solid episode by episode's end. But the first half I thought was a little staggering.
I totally agree that it was a very solid episode by the episode's end as well. I think what a lot of people wanted happened on this episode, and especially coming from last week, which was all over the place, many jumbled storylines. This one was actually kind of nice because it was relatively flat with what its storyline was. It was like one storyline in the present, little sub storyline going on, and then a little flashback that actually contributed to what was going on in the present storyline.
Right.
So I think what people really wanted was to see Zelina meet Cora, and that happened towards midway through the episode, I believe. And I actually really liked that moment. But I guess we'll do the flashback really, really quick just to hash it, just to get it hashed out there. I'll recap it as quickly as I can. Cora and Regina and Henry are living in their estate. Regina touches some magic. That's a no-no. And she gets into her own funky little sleeping curse. And only way to wake her up is magic that hasn't harmed her. So Cora goes to Oz, brings Zelina back to Regina, wakes Regina up, thanks to Zelina. And then Zelina and Regina realize they're sisters. And then Cora says, love is weakness. And she separates them. And they forget ever having been sisters and having ever met. I think there's a moment we'll talk about a little bit, but I actually liked how it contributed to the overall episode. Did you like the flashback?
I did. I thought it was just kind of a way to kind of force in a relationship with the characters. I feel like they've done this whole forget-me-not situation they do it all the time, and they always do it in shallow ways just to add it in. Realistically, at this point, it could be like they were all partying on a beach last year with Hades, Zelina, Peter Pan. Like they could have all been partying and just like did the forget me potion on them, and it's just so like contrived, and it's like anything could happen by that sense, and they just do forget me stuff, and it's like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I'm just against that kind of way of forcing in a story. However, I thought it was an effective flashback. I thought it was good. Just I wish they didn't do the whole forget potion things. I hate taking that route.
Yeah, no, it's pretty simple, I would say, in order to, as you say, kind of force the relationship between the two of them in the present.
It's just so it's just so contrived to do that. It's so forceful to do that.
Yeah, because it completely removes the hatred Zelina had in season 3 and 4 and everything.
With a simple flashback of stuff they just happen to forget. I don't know. I think it's a weak form of storytelling.
But I would have to say that even if it's a little weak, our main characters here, Zelina and Regina, or Lana and Rebecca, owned it. Like they did very well. Like I like this episode a lot because of how well they play their parts.
Absolutely. The three of them.
And Barbara Hershey too.
Yeah, the three of them were extremely strong with that kind of family relationship they had, and especially by the end, it was kind of heartbreaking to see that kind of unfold.
Yeah, it totally was. Before we kind of get into that just a little bit, let's just quickly talk about the Prince James meeting Prince David, because that was kind of a waste, I felt. And it was also so satisfying.
Yeah, that just didn't need to happen.
No, it didn't. I mean, this episode could have been called Siblings, but at the same time, it would have just ruined the momentum, because it was really about the girls. It wasn't about these guys at all.
Yeah, and he got tossed into the lake of
hospitals.
Yeah, so it's just we seem to see someone going into there every week.
Yeah, he's gone. I thought that I didn't realize it was going to be that quick when he abducted David. I thought that was going to be a thing for at least another episode, having the impersonation, which I really hate that type of stuff. I really hate when shows do that. So I'm glad that was wrapped up. You what?
A la Zelina.
Yeah, I know. I can't stand the impersonation stuff. So I'm really glad.
It goes all the way back to Lost too, because these are the same kind of writers from Lost and everything. And you had John Locke in season 6. Like they just seem to love this for some reason.
It works. It's their gimmick. It works for them.
Yeah.
So they David and James didn't really have any brotherly love. They just parted ways forcefully. I really did love. I always love whenever Victoria Smurfit pops on the scene. Like before James dies, she kisses him on the town line, and Emma's grossed out by it. Like it was like the only thing Jennifer Morrison did that was interesting in this whole episode.
Yeah, she has been relatively flat the past few, but besides her fortune telling a couple episodes back, she hasn't really had much to work with.
She's had nothing, which is actually the weirdest thing because this whole season is supposed to be save Hook, Emma saving Hook, and that hasn't happened.
Yeah, I think obviously the teaser at the end kind of
the next episode is going to recon that a little bit, I would believe.
Right.
But yeah, so that was really that. So Cruella ran away, and James is gone, and David has no emotion. Actually, I would say Josh Dallas did decent though. Like at least they gave him stuff to do, so good for him.
Right.
I said this on another video somewhere that I feel that he has a very thankless character to play. So I like when he gets to bring new elements to his acting skills.
Yeah, he is. I do like the character when he gets something, but when for the past, forever, it feels like he's just kind of been the same one note type character, and it's good to see when he gets something a little bit outside of what we expect from him.
Yeah, I mean, in his flashback-based episodes, it's always the same kind of story. It's always the same type of stoic, heroic prince, and when he gets to dabble in evilness, I guess, it's fun for him. So right. I think actors always say it's more fun playing a villain than it is playing a hero.
Right.
So yeah, so Josh did good, and that was really the sub story going on. But then we have the whole can Regina save Zelina storyline going on because Hades and her have, I guess, true love.
I guess I still don't. I guess I'm wrong about it because between this episode and the teaser, it makes it look like Hades actually does care for her, even though this whole time I've been saying he doesn't, and I still kind of don't think he does.
I don't think he does either. But the thing is, he asked her to make chaos with her, which I hated, which is like that impromptu proposal. And then Regina's like, you can't modify the Lord of the Dead. And I'm like, she's right. Like, just listen to your sister. And but then at the end of the episode, she's like, go to him. So it's weird how she like changed her perspective.
Yeah, I guess she saw it's what her sister wanted, and at that point it was just looking out for her sister. I guess that was kind of the story that I was told, but
yeah, because I mean, I guess if you want to break this down into like the 3 acts that it could be, it's like Zelina go to Hades, breaking up Zelina Hades, Cora Regina's, and Zelina make amends. That's really how it went. I actually really like the scene when they make the amends, though.
In the house?
In the house, when they're about to throw the fireballs at each other. I like that. And then I very much liked when Cora's about to go off to the next life.
Right, and it was still kind of surprising that she got
a happy ending.
A happy end. I don't really think that character should have got one.
I feel actually it would have been a better thing for a character like if she did get sucked down.
Yeah.
Like it would have bonded the two of them to some point, like to actually have something to cry about, like even more so than normal. And I mean, the character is not really that nice of a person.
Yeah, I get second chances and everything, but this character is one that was always nasty and evil, and Just because she did a couple good acts in her final few minutes, she gets that makes up for the entire lifetime of.
Yeah, I mean, and not to mention she did those good acts while she was dead.
Yeah, it's just I mean I get it. I get.
I think the debate is she did those acts while she was without her heart. I'm not defending it. I just think the debate will be that low.
I looked at it as if every character can be redeemed.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of her redemption, but I don't think it warranted what she got.
No. Well, she got to move on, and who knows? I mean, but I'm assuming we'll never see her again, though. Like Barbara Hershey's role in the show seems to be done.
Yeah.
But Zelina and Regina made up. It's actually a very simple plot line for the episode, but I really feel that even though it was simple, our three main characters really did do a great job with it.
Yeah, it was essentially really just character driven, and in this case, the actresses really dominated the episode and really made this something worthwhile and something that stands out.
Yeah, I'm really kind of curious where is it going to lead, especially given the ending that we have where Peter Pan kidnaps Zelina.
That is, I mean, we've been kind of, even though we relatively like the episode, we kind of been giving a little bit of hate, a little bit of negativity. This though baffles me.
So Rumpelstiltskin, Robert Carlyle, had a very thankless role in this episode, and at the end of it, he apparently made amends with his dad, and he comes
who he killed,
yes, who he killed, and goes and abducts the Wicked Witch. I have to say though, I love the fact that the two villains of season 3 are now meeting eye to eye.
I like that.
Kind of
and the who's he?
Yeah, because she had no clue.
Yeah,
who he was.
Even though she followed him. She was his successor, and they were huge villains.
And I don't know if he's British, she's British. I think Robert Carlyle is British too. So I think it's all funny how like a lot of the shows, a lot of the characters are British for the villains.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just goes like, "Who are you?" And he goes, "My dad, Peter Pan." And she's like, "What? Your dad?" Like, I may be wicked, but you're crazy.
So are we supposed to get that she is good now, Zelina, since she kind of had that evolution with Regina?
I think we're supposed to accept the fact that she's on Regina's side. Maybe not 100% good, but I think that's all I can do from it. I mean, we accepted Regina being good, but she also had like a whole season to show that. Zelina's had 2 episodes.
Right, but well, like I said, they also forced in that kind of you guys are best friends. like that one time you met, you guys are best friends.
Yep.
But it just kind of seemed like she was good, and then by her getting captured,
it's gonna be. I'm assuming that they're gonna end up having to rescue her.
Right, and I mean, as a viewer, you're kind of saying like, "Oh no," which means at that point you are caring.
I actually did say, "Oh no," I was like, "Oh crap!" Like, and the thing is, she was about to go to date Hades on a date with him, and now he's gonna be pissed off.
So is he gonna be good now? Like,
looked at the trailer.
Yeah,
he conjures up a vortex of something or the elevator to let them go down and help go down somewhere. So it looks like he might be on their side to help get her back.
Then that really goes against my whole he doesn't actually love her theory.
Yeah, I mean, I had thought if he did love her, or even if he did love her, I should say, and she did love him, she would be like, let my family and let my sister and her friends go, because that'll make them happy and that'll make me happy. Like, try to persuade him to do a good thing.
Right.
That's where I thought it was going to go. But now it looks like he's going to just be maybe change sides too.
I don't think he's going to change sides. Even though he's working with them next week, I still think he's going to be kind of the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because then who becomes the Rumpel's the bad guy again?
Again, as always. He's pissed. He's pissed that his wife's in a sleeping curse, and he's pissed that Zelina helped do it, and he's pissed that Hades can take his baby anytime.
Yeah. Very gray. A lot of characters are very gray right now. Don't know what to expect with a lot of these characters. I don't know who to cheer and who to boo anymore.
I'm sort of still. I've always been booing Rumple. I'm booing Peter Pan. I'm cheering for Zelina at the moment, and I'm booing Hades.
I liked Peter Pan when he was in season 3, but now I don't know what they're doing. He's just been very boring when he's on screen this season.
Well, he hasn't had a role yet. He hasn't. He's been in 2 episodes. He hasn't had any purpose.
Yeah, and even though his screen time's been limited, he's still just been very wooden when he has been going. And I don't remember him doing that much season 3, like doing that in the sense of being wooden, like doing.
No, he was very charismatic and very
exactly. That I loved Peter Pan,
yeah,
so that's why I'm saying I want to see kind of more from him in terms of the in performance of the role or whatever, because it's just not what I would want with him being my favorite villain.
He's probably gonna do something to Zelina that'll be fun. Like he'll probably like say some mean things and do some mean things to her. I would assume.
What's his unfinished business?
He said it was He said it was Rumple that he couldn't be with him
because now he's working with Rumple. So is it that he needed to work with Rumple again?
I don't know. All I know is that we're all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole season's been ever since 4B happened, the show's just kind of been one endless cycle of messes.
Yeah.
In a good way, but also in a bad way.
Yeah. Yeah. Both.
We picked apart every episode on this channel on Otherobert, maybe even on Agree to Disagree, since season 4, episode 4, I believe. And we've seen some really good ones. We've seen some really bad ones. And now here we're just kind of seeing, that's all I got.
Yeah, pretty much that ride from like the fair, the ship, and it goes up and down. Sometimes twirls over. I don't think it's over. But
it dumps everyone out and just causes a whole mess.
Right, and that's what this has become at this point.
Yes. Yeah, so that was that's our recap of the past few episodes. But I think Sisters is solid. I think it holds its place. It was more of an improvement over Ruby Slippers, where that was literally all over the place. And I think Barbara Hershey, Rebecca Mader, and Lana Parrilla did a very good job.
In terms of spirit of the week, I think this will be one of the more memorable ones. Not only because of
it moved. Cora moved on, and it got rid of James.
Yeah, I was just thinking of. I don't think anyone's going to care or remember about the James thing. But in terms of Cora, even though she was a villain, I get that. Just in the sense of the scenes themselves, they were so powerful, so strong.
Yes,
that I think that's going to be the most memorable, or one of.
Yeah, it was good. There was some really, really cool scenes here. I hope Cruella gets some type of, I don't want to say comeuppance. I want her to get something of value. I feel bad for her.
She's gonna get a comeuppance. I definitely see it.
I mean, she probably can't be redeemed, but because she just likes. I mean, she was psycho as a person. Like they said that she just liked to kill when she was little, to being an adult. So I really don't see redemption, but I want to see something happen to her besides her just being stuck there.
Well, she'll probably go down.
Oh, that's true. She's in next week's episode, so we'll see what will happen. But I think we covered this episode pretty much.
I think so.
Yeah. We have 2 reviews to read out. You have one on YouTube on my shorter review, and I have one on Twitter. So you can read the YouTube one first.
Okay. This is from @Emily_CMLLC on Twitter. She says, my review. I actually really like this episode. As you stated, I loved Lana and Becca. Even the little girls were good. I love Hook as Cora's fairy godmother. Good writing there. And even though James and David was a lackluster story, I thought Josh Dallas did good being evil and good. Being a father and a lover to Cruella. His acting was on point. Why was he buying groceries in the underworld? Good question.
It was for the baby.
Wait, for what baby?
Robin Hood's baby. Have to take care of the baby with.
Rating 4.5 out of 5 stars, I think. Super excited for next week.
Cool. And I have from @BUnique95 on Twitter wrote, "Love the episode, especially with the Mills ladies. Feel bad for Hades at the end since he was waiting for Selena. All thanks to Rumpel and his dad, but other than that, it was amazing." Thank you very much. And thank you, Emily, for your reviews. I appreciate it. Please send them next week so we can read them off then. We only have 3 weeks left until the season finale. Then we're done for the summer. Then we won't be talking about Once Upon a Time till Comic-Con.
We have 3 more episodes or 4?
The last episode is May 15th.
Okay, so we have 3.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, May 1st, May 8th, May 15th.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's our schedule for the next couple weeks. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for sending your reviews. Appreciate it. Share your thoughts about the episode in the comments below. We'll make sure to get back to you. And Joe, didn't you want to say something about Patreon?
Yes, definitely. Our Patreon's down below. Just definitely check it out. Like we always say, we don't mean to push it. We're just letting you guys know for possibly anyone watching who doesn't know. Check it out. Maybe it's something you'll be into. Definitely just check out the rewards. And thanks for checking it out.
Yes, thank you. And we'll see you all on Sunday. Bye, guys.